Hello all my logical friends, my name is Forge and welcome back to a brand new video where today it's a very exciting day because we got ourselves our first snapshot from Minecraft 1.14 the Village Pillage update. So this is known as the 18W43B snapshot. Of course we did have a 43A earlier today. Of course this one is just the one I got earlier today. So I decided to go ahead and show you guys everything that's within the brand new snapshot because we got a lot of stuff. I mean, look at this. We got ourselves all the stuff that was available within the betas for Bedrock, and plus we got ourselves some stuff that was unannounced, and we also got some stuff that we knew was coming, but it's not available for Bedrock quite just yet. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then please let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe for more videos by me in the future, and let's get started. So right here, we have ourselves the decoration section, and we actually have some brand new signs. Now this has been something that people have been asking for absolutely ages. I'm one of those people that have been asking for it as well, because for a long time, every single type of wood always gave us this single oak sign. I mean, what was up with that? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, but now you do have to get yourself the appropriate wood, just so you can get yourself all these different types of signs. Now, I really do like the looks of these, but the only thing I don't like is that they changed the text from black to white. Now, I can see why they did that, because for this one, if it was like black on brown, it looked kind of weird, and plus it would be kind of difficult to see. So they decided to go and change all this to white, which to me, it's not a big problem, but I still don't like it whatsoever. But moving on, we do have ourselves some brand new walls. So for a long time, these has been the walls that we've had. The mossy cobblestone wall and the cobblestone wall. But within this update, we actually got ourselves 12 new walls, which is actually quite a lot. So we have ourselves the diorite walls, and then we also have ourselves the andesite and as well as the granite. We have ourselves the mossy stone bricks, the red sandstone wall, and then we also have ourselves the prismarine wall, and one of my favorites, the brick wall. I mean, I really do like the brick wall, especially when you look at these two walls, which is the red nether brick and as well as another brick. I really do like those, and I can see a lot of people actually using these within builds themselves, which I am so glad that we actually got those. And just like with the walls, we also got ourselves some brand new slabs. Now do note that there's actually two renames in here. There is the sandstone slab, and then there's also the smooth stone slab. Now before, we actually only had one type of like sandstone slab. Of course, it isn't really a rename, but this was a brand new block that was introduced within 1.13, which was originally only available through commands, but now you can actually go ahead and get those smooth variants by simply going ahead and smelting down that appropriate block. So the sandstone gives you the smooth sandstone. We also have ourselves the quartz, gives you the smooth quartz, which looks exactly like the normal quartz. I mean, what's up with that? I have no idea. But then we also have ourselves the red sandstone, gives us the smooth red sandstone. And the last one, stone, gives us smooth stone. So unfortunately, we actually do not have any of the stairs for the smooth stone. But it is pretty awesome that we actually got ourselves some brand new slabs for all these different blocks, especially for the polished andesite, granite, and diorite. I mean, it just looks really great to me. So moving on, we have ourselves the brand new stairs, and just like with the other stuff, it's just the materials, stuff like that. I mean, they all look really great, and I cannot wait to see what people are actually going to use for the builds. Then moving on, we actually got ourselves some brand new flowers. Now, I made a video last week about the 1.8.0.10 beta for Bedrock, and I said that it was kind of useless to give us some brand new dyes that were already within the game. Now, I meant it for that time and that time only, because I knew that they were probably going to introduce something for the dyes, because we do have ourselves some brand new flowers. We have ourselves the cornflower, which gives us the blue dye, and then this one's known as the Lady of the Valley. We get ourselves white dye. Then we also have ourselves the wither rose, which the wither rose, I'll get onto that in a second. They'll give you black dye, and then we also have ourselves the cocoa beans, which will give you brown dye, and right up here, these will give you the appropriate dyes as well. But the one thing I want to point out is that these are no longer dyes. So I have myself a sheep right over here, and if I go ahead and walk over to the sheep, I'm going to go ahead and try to dye him, and then, as you can see, I'm clicking as loud as I can, and as hard as I can. It's not going to dye the sheep at all. So those have been changed, which I can see a lot of people probably complaining about that, but it actually makes complete sense, considering that with the lapis and as well as the other stuff, it doesn't really make sense to dye a sheep with an ink sac, you know what I mean? But they now went ahead and changed all that, which is pretty awesome. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the wither rose, because the wither rose is one of those flowers that nobody ever expected to see within the game. but this is a flower that will drop whenever a wither kills a sheep, a pig, or any other type of animal or creature within the game. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to survival mode, and watch what happens when I walk into the rose. It will give you the wither effect for a few seconds. So let's see how long it actually gives it to you for. I'm actually going to go and walk right into it, and I'm going to go and see. So it looks like it gives you it for only like 2 seconds, which is actually not that bad, considering that's giving you the wither effect. So if you want to go ahead and use this in some type of farm, you can do that as well, because you can actually place this thing on any block in the game, which is very, very insane, and it kind of doesn't really make any sense, to be honest, because it has like a stem, and how does the stem take root in any block? I mean, I guess you could say it's like a weed, like a vine, something like that, but I'm actually going to go and switch back to creative mode, and you can place this on hoppers for farms, and this is going to make a lot of things very, very helpful within the mob farm district and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of the rows right there, and we're going to talk about this thing, which this is the loom. Now, for some of you guys who don't know what the loom is, it actually is an unannounced block. Nobody saw this one coming. I mean, I didn't see this one coming, but the loom is a way for you to actually make different types of banners. Now, before, we had to use a crafting table in order to get all the different banner designs. Now, and also, if you're familiar with Console Edition, on Minecraft Console Edition, we have an automatic way of creating different types of patterns for our banners. Now, on here, this basically works the same way. So you put the die right inside there, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. We grab ourselves the dies. One die goes inside of there. We put the banner right inside of there, and then right below that, we put in a different pattern. Now, to make the pattern, all they have to do is go ahead and combine a piece of paper with any of these objects. Now, the enchanted golden apple, this is going to be the rarest item in all of Minecraft, of course. Everybody knows that this became the rarest item when 1.9, no, 1.8. I mean, I don't remember when I removed the golden apple recipe. I mean, does anybody remember? Probably not. But this is going to be a rarest banner in the world. But besides that, just go and combine all these paper and you get yourself all these different things. So I'm going to go and grab myself this, and I'm going to go and place it right inside of there, and watch what happens once I actually put a banner in there. So let me go. So once you go ahead and get your banner in there with your die and as well as your pattern, you get yourself this pattern output right here. Now, if you want to get yourself all the different banner patterns, then simply go and take out that thing right there. And as you can see, we get ourselves all the different patterns, which this can make things so much easier for making. Now, if I were to click on one of these banner designs, watch what happens. It actually only takes up one type of die, and then you can just go ahead and keep doing it over and over again. Now, depending on the pattern that you're using, I believe they use it up more than one of the dies. But let's test that out. So it looks like it only uses up one die. I thought I would have been using up like more than one die depending on the pattern. But besides that, that's how the loom works. It's just a lot easier for you to get yourself different banner designs, which is pretty great. So, and also to craft the loom, you just need to get yourself 2 planks and as well as 2 string, and then you'll be all good. So we're going to go and come right over here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this other stuff, because we actually have ourselves crossbows. Crossbows are now within Minecraft Java Edition, well, in Snapshot form anyway. So how this works, I actually have a video coming out tomorrow about the 1.8.0.10 beta, because I pretty much explained how the crossbow works with all the different enchants, but I'm going to go and briefly just talk about it. So this is how you end up crafting the crossbow. You need 1 iron ingot, you need 3 sticks, you need 1 tripwire hook, and as well as 2 string, and then you get yourself this crossbow, and you can also get yourself some brand new enchants. Now, I believe that these enchants can be obtained by an enchantment table. I'm not too sure on that one, I could be wrong, but these are the brand new enchants. We do have ourselves 4 of the piercing. Of course, it's known as piercing, and what piercing does, you're able to shoot through 4 mobs at the exact same time, which is pretty great. So then we have ourselves 3 tears of this enchant. Of course, I kind of wish that they would give you the name as you scroll over it instead of this enchanted book and stuff like that. I'm hoping that will be fixed within an upcoming snapshot. But this is not quick charge, and quick charge allows you to charge your crossbow a lot faster, because as you can see, it goes pretty darn slow, and I just go and shoot it, and there we go. Now, one thing I want to point out about the crossbow is that you can have 3 in a row, and whenever they're all charged up, then you can just go ahead and let them rip really, really fast. So watch this. I'm just going to go and do this. But as I was saying about the quick charge though, the quick charge just allows you to charge it up a lot faster, which can be very, very great. But watch what happens when I go ahead and let go. 1, 2, and 3. I can just go and shoot them all, which is pretty awesome. So that's it for the... And then there's also one more enchant, which is only 1 tear, and then it's known as multi-shot. Now, multi-shot allows you to fire 3 arrows at the same time, but it doesn't waste 3 of your arrows. It only wastes 1 arrow. So basically just duplicates your arrow into 3 separate arrows, but I'm not sure if you can pick them up as individual items or not. But let's go and play around with that, and you can just go ahead and enjoy the beautiful crossbow. And with that, let's move on to the very, very suspicious stew. Yes, that's literally what's called, the suspicious stew. Now, you can literally get yourself potion effects without a potion. Plus, you can actually get yourself the wither effect, saturation, and this is really, really, really awesome. So look at this. See, we have ourselves the Oxide Daisy, which if you go and combine it with 2 mushrooms and as well as a bowl, you can actually get yourself the potion effect of regeneration. If you go and combine it with cornflower, you get yourself the potion of leaping. Use a lily, you get yourself the poison. A wither rose, it gives you the wither. Of course, we got no potion for wither, unless you're over on the bedrock edition. So then we also have ourselves the white tulip, which gives you weakness. Actually, any tulip will give you weakness, so do bear that about mine. So we have ourselves the Azure Bluette, which the Azure Bluette, I really like that name, the Azure Bluette. It gives you blindness. The allium gives you fire resistance. The poppy will give you swiftness. And then the blue orchid, and as well as the dandelion, will give you saturation. And that's pretty much how it works. And this is going to be a stew that I don't think very many people are going to probably use. But it is really good on food points and as well as saturation. I believe it gives you about 7 saturation points, which is pretty great. And also the push effect only lasts for about 5 seconds. But next up, you can now edit books. That's right, we can actually edit books in Minecraft. Now, you probably think at Forge we can already edit books. It's very, very true. But before you had to back out and delete everything, but watch this. We can actually go through different points of the book without actually deleting everything. And if you want to go and edit something, watch what happens. I can just delete that. And then, look at that. Look at that. I mean, isn't that really cool? I mean, it's a small change, but it really makes a difference when making adventure maps, because no longer do you have to go and delete everything with the text. Because before we had to go in to delete everything, because let's say we made ourselves a mistake by saying my name, and I misspelled name. Originally, we had to delete everything after that mistake, right? Well, now you can just go and click on it, and then you'll be able to fix it with no problem, which is pretty great. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on done, and we're going to go and move on to the next stuff, which is going to be involving that stuff right over there, which we have ourselves the Pillagers. That's right, the Pillagers Beasts and Pandas and Bamboo, and something to do with some small changes. So let's go ahead and get right into this section. So pandas have been added to Minecraft, and these will be found within jungles of Minecraft. I made a video all about the pandas, so there will be a link down below in the description where you can go ahead and take a look at that. But also bamboo will be found within a brand new biome, which is known as the Bamboo Jungle and Bamboo Jungle Hills. And the best part is you'll be able to make buffet worlds for this brand new block, which is pretty great, and I really do like that. And the best part is you can put it within flower pots, you can feed it to the pandas, and much more. But if you guys want to learn a little bit more about the pandas, then there will be a link down below so you can go and take a look at that. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is going to be the best part of the snapshot. And it's going to be the Pillagers. Now, Pillagers have been added to the game, but right now they are only obtainable by using the spawn eggs. So that's right, you actually cannot find them naturally within the world yet, but within a next upcoming snapshot, you will be able to find them raiding villages and stuff like that, and even killing the villagers. So this is the Pillager right here. They will spawn with the crossbow, and hey, don't aim that towards me. Don't aim that towards me. You see that, guys? He was trying to kill me with that. Now, this guy, you will have a chance of dropping the crossbow besides you crafting it, which is pretty great. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys another thing, is that you're going to want to protect your villagers, because if you have any villagers within the proximity of this guy, he will start shooting them and just going am. And same thing for the Pillager Beast, which is the Pillager Beast. He'll just like stick his head out like a piston, and he'll literally just headbutt the living daylights out of the poor villagers. Oh, he saw the villager. The villager tried to run away. He's like, please don't see me. But, I mean, this guy, he just kills him instantly. And guess what, guys? There's one cool thing about this guy. Okay, you guys can tell I'm really excited about this. He actually can drop saddles. I'm not even kidding you guys, okay? He drops saddles. So, there's actually an alternative way of getting saddles within the game without having to find a dungeon, which I really do like. And I believe that you can find saddles within villages. I might be wrong on the blacksmith. Guys, can you find a saddle within a blacksmith? Please let me know down below. But this guy, you do not want to come across this Pillager Beast, because he can actually kill you pretty fast. So I'm actually going to go ahead and demonstrate. I'm going to go ahead and put a Pillager Beast right over here. And I'm going to go ahead and switch my game mode to game mode survival as soon as I actually put on my armor, because you do not want to fight this guy without any type of protection at all. So game mode S, and there we go. And watch what happens. This guy is not going to attack you right away, right when you switch game mode, but he will follow you, and look how much health we actually lose there. So I'm actually going to go and run away, and is he still after me? Yep, he's still after me. He's still after me. No, creative. No, come on, switch to creative. No, I keep mistyping there. There we go. Now, if you don't have any armor on, you guys will be surprised about how many hits it takes for him to kill you. So I'm actually going to be making a video all about the pillagers as well. So do keep an eye out for that one. But I'm going to go ahead and switch back to survival mode. And there we go. And watch this. He headbutted me and I died just about instantly. So I'm actually going to go and find this guy. If I can actually make it over there in one piece. But you know what? I'm just going to go and break this right there. Switch to creative mode. Alright, you guys can tell I'm having technical difficulties right now. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this guy again. So where'd he go? He's right here. And I really do not like the bug to where it ends up glitching out everything. Like, you do not actually see the mobs whenever you're so far away. I think it's because I have my render distance so low. It's only because when I got in there, I was lagging like crazy. So I'm going to go and switch to game mode survival. And I'm going to go and show you guys this attack. So watch this. 1, 2. 2 hits and you're dead. I mean, this guy, he is one tough dude. So I'm going to go and switch back to creative mode. And I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a sword. And I'm going to go and fight the pillager himself. So game mode, actually, did he despawn? I want to go and see if he has despawned. I think he's despawned. Yep, he's despawned. So I'm actually going to go and grab myself a fresh one. So pillager. And there we go. I'm going to go and place him right here. And I'm going to go and switch to creative mode. No, survival mode, my bad. And there we go. So now this guy will start shooting you. And of course, he doesn't do all that much damage. But actually, I lie. He does a ton of damage. But whenever you kill him, you'll be happy because you get yourself an emerald. So you don't actually have to find yourself a wooden mansion just to get yourself the emeralds. But that guy, and I have to say, he's probably a lot stronger than a skeleton. But skeletons, they're a lot harder to kill. So, you know what? I remember when the skeletons got their big buff in 1.9. Oh my goodness, I don't want to remember that because those skeletons, they were tough. But I'm going to switch back to... But we're now back in survival mode. But we're now back in creative mode. And we're going to go and talk about some small changes. So, they actually made a change to how you get yourself coarse flowers. Now, coarse flowers, you can actually now shoot them with a bow and arrow. And also, look at me, I got like a bunch of arrows in me. But I'm going to go and grab myself a bow. You can either use a crossbow or a normal bow. But if you go and shoot a coarse fruit with an arrow, look at that, it just drops it. And this will make things so much easier when making farms and stuff like that. So can I shoot this one? There we go. So I'm actually able to go ahead and get all these different things. And where did they all go? Okay, we got ourselves one of them. I have no idea where the other ones went. I think they, oh, there they are. They got stuck up here. Okay, so you know what? It is an improvement, but it's not too much of an improvement. Now, the one thing I want to point out is that all these features were actually community suggested. That's right, you guys chose these features that have been put into this snapshot. The coarse fruit with arrows, that was a community suggested thing. Alright, and then the next thing is also going to be from you guys. It's going to be sharing sheep with a dispenser. Look at that. We can now share sheep with a dispenser, which is pretty great. So, lots of great farm opportunities right there for automatic farm wools and stuff. For automatic wool farms, stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and come inside of here. Because another thing that they've done is this should have been added when 1.10 was released. And it's going to be creepers will drop records when a stray kills it. That should have been added years ago whenever the update came out. But then we also have ourselves rabbit/beetroot stew is shapeless. Now what that means is, you guys remember I used to have to memorize the recipe for rabbit and beetroot stew? Well, that's no longer a thing because you can just put the ingredients wherever you want inside the crafting recipe or within the crafting table itself. And you can just go ahead and get yourself the stew that way. But also, leaves, they will now drop sticks. And that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff that they've introduced within the snapshot. Of course, there's technical stuff as well, like custom models for blocks, stuff like that. But I'm not going to really worry about that because I do not know on how to actually do the technical stuff. So do bear that in mind. But the one thing I want to point out is about the flowers. You'll be able to find this flower, the cornflower, inside the plains, which is pretty great. But for the other flower, the lily, I have no idea on how you find the lily. I believe they find the lily maybe inside of other biomes and stuff like that. But I really don't know. But there's also one more thing. Yeah, I do not keep on saying that's it for the snapshot, but there's just so much stuff. And you guys may have noticed about all the different textures, right? The new grass texture, the new sand texture, which I absolutely hate. This has something to do with the brand new snapshot. You guys probably know what this means. They have changed the default Minecraft texture pack. And we all knew this was coming. We all knew that this was going to be a thing. But before you guys go to Mojang store and you say, hey, give us the default texture pack back, alright, do bear this in mind. They're going to be giving us the default Minecraft texture pack as a download. Not the new one, but the old one. So you'll be able to get the old texture pack for completely free whenever they do end up releasing this new texture pack for all of Minecraft. Minecraft Bedrock, you'll be getting it for the marketplace. So do bear that in mind. So other than that, that is it for this snapshot. And I'm for sure this time, guys, okay? I mean, there's just so much stuff that was added to the snapshot. And according to Dinnerbone, there's over 400 lines of, like, text. Which I'm just really, really impressed about how much they managed to squeeze it in this one snapshot. And this isn't even the full update. Okay, this is enough for a full update. But we're going to be getting ourselves the pillagers, raiding villages, the brand new villages, the brand new villagers, and much more. So other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe for more videos by me in the future, because for all the features that I did end up talking about within this video, I will be making videos talking about them individually, except for maybe like the brand new walls, stuff like that. I'm just going to go and keep that within this video. But for now, I hope that you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time.